Hey everyone, welcome to my first Java video tutorial. In this tutorial, we will be talking about the basics of starting your first Java code and how to get everything set up and started for you. Now, the first thing you will need is a IDE, which is an integrated developer's environment. What that means is that it allows you to conveniently program in a specific coding language. In our case, we're going to do Java. Now, the one I use right now is Eclipse. There are other IDEs such as IntelliJ and NetBeans. Those are all fine, but my personal preference is Eclipse. So here we go. Now, if you want to install Eclipse, just open up your web browser, go to New tab, JDK. Just Google JDK real quick and pop up. You want the most recent one. For me, is JDK 8. And then here we go, Java Developer Kit 8. You go accept license agreement, and then you look for Windows 64, and that is the one you want to download. So just click on it. It should pop up here. I already have it, so I'm going to cancel it real quick. And then once you have that installed, you want to go Google Eclipse, and Eclipse download right here. Yeah, Eclipse download right here. Scroll down, you want the Eclipse IDE for Java's developer, 32-bit for a 32-bit computer, or 64-bit for a 64-bit computer. If you don't know, you can check on your computer's properties. And here we go. Once we have reached this page, we want to download a mirror. Which is just sponsors who has the Eclipse download available. Now, I just did direct link to file. Yeah, just get Eclipse. So once you have Eclipse downloaded and installed, I already have it, so just put that away. Here we go. We have our Eclipse right here. Now, your Eclipse might look different than mine. If it does, then just all these things are tabbed. You see, you can move them around and play around with them, and then yeah, the only thing you really need to make sure is Project Explorer. You want to have that, or Package Explorer. They're both about the same thing. And then we have our console. You want to make sure you have that to start out with. Now we have other things such as Java docs, types, etc., but we'll go more into it later on. So just set it up the way you feel comfortable, and let's get started. So in our Project Explorer, we want to make our first Java program. And in order to do that, we right-click here, New, Project, and then we want to make sure Java Project is selected. Next. Now we name our project, so let's just name it Java Lesson. And, select working set, edit. This is just how I organize my stuff, so add, finish, there we go. So once we have our Java project right here, we open it up, and then we have our source folder, and in here we want to right click the source folder, new class. Now let's do lesson 1. Now what this means is basically a Java project. When you start a project, you have your project folder. Inside the folder is source folder. There's also resource and bin folders, and there's a bunch of other stuff we'll get into later on. Then we have our default package. Packages are just organizes classes in a specific way that you see fit. You can have multiple packages. Again, we'll get into that later on. And then we have our class. Now, a class is a blueprint. Think of it as a piece of paper. On the class is what you write your methods on, which is where your code is going to be. Now, what is a method? A method is just a block that holds the main bulk of your code. So this is the main method right here, public static void main string args. Now, this is the main method. This is every Java program must have this method in order to run. When you start running or executing your program, this is what is being called, this method right here. So you must have it. Quick background on Java. Here are our curly braces. Curly braces, think of it as kind of blocks. When you open your block, you must close your block. and everything inside the curly braces are part of it. So the first block is lesson, our class, and inside that block we have our main method. Now our main method is also opened by a curly brace and closed by a curly brace, which is another block for the method. And whatever we write inside this method will belong to this method of this class. Now going over some more background information, we have our keywords public, class, and lesson is just a name. So public is our access modifier. We have public, private, protected. We have a whole bunch of things, but we'll get more into it later. It's just about how other people can view your code. Public means out to the public, everybody can see it. Class is our class, like I explained earlier. It's like a file where we write all our code. And then lesson 1, this is the name of our class. So this is a name, it can be anything. We want to keep it capitalized, it's just proper coding formatting. And then inside our class we have our main method. We have our public again, which is our access modifier. Static. Now static is a little tricky, but for now we'll just call it a global accessor. Anybody can see it. It's like public, but don't worry about it too much right now. I'll go more into details when we go further ahead. But after that we have void. Void is our return type. Again, we'll go more into it later on when we start using multiple methods. Then main is the name of our main method. You want to keep this main. You want to keep it like this. And method names are usually lowercase. Just proper formatting again. And inside we have our parameters, string, args. Again, we'll get more into it later, but that's just a little background for you if you want, or if you are wondering what the heck that is. So inside our main method, this is where our code is going to go. So let's do something simple. System.out.println and then parentheses and semicolon. Now in here we'll do quotation marks, hello world. Now this is the very start of every programming language. Everything starts out with a simple hello world. We run it here, and here pops up hello world in our console. So this is our first line of text. Everything in Java is case sensitive. If we do system.out.println hello world, it will throw back an error. And then we can see system cannot be resolved. And this is our error. Everything is case sensitive. Make sure you are very careful of that. Now, even if we correct this, we also have ln here, which I capitalized in case you haven't caught on to that. So we just make sure everything is straightened out. Now, another thing about Java is every line ends in a semicolon. You must have a semicolon or else it'll throw back another error for you. So those are the basic setups of Java. I'll go more into details and explaining what exactly it means in the next tutorial. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.